Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once he grows up. Said by Pablo Picasso. Hello, my friends. You are back with SAV and welcome to April 15th. Let's start by taking a breath. Not just a shallow one, but a deep, expansion filled exhale. I'm not an yoga instructor, but I can tell you that a proper exhale feels like physically lifting a heavy weight right off your shoulders. For many, today is tax day in the US. The day reserved for cold numbers, deadlines, and maybe a little bit of financial stress. While the world focuses on what they owe, I want you to focus on what you own: your creativity, your resilience, and your right to be imperfect. Today is World Art Day, and it's a beautiful reminder that your life isn't meant to be a polished final draft. It's a masterpiece in progress, the one that requires a few erased brushstrokes to become the best art. I know your hearts have been heavy with the news, just like mine. As we move through this mid of April, the headlines have been a whirlwind, and the tension feels almost tangible. From the recent strikes in Lebanon to the hundreds of vessels still caught in regional gridlock, the world feels incredibly restless. Meanwhile, the United Nations Migration Agency reports a heartbreaking start to the year in the Mediterranean, with over 180 people feared dead or missed in recent shipwrecks. In times like these, it's easy to feel small. But remember, being aware of the world's weight doesn't mean you have to carry it all alone. We are losing our humanity in war, as the UN recently warned. But we find it again in the small acts of local kindness. Your empathy is a light, not a burden. On a brighter horizon, we have the proof that the impossible is well within our reach. Just 5 days ago, on April 10th, we witnessed a return for the history books. Yes, you know it, what I'm talking about. NASA's Artemis 2 crew successfully splashed down into the Pacific Ocean after their 10-day journey around the moon. They traveled over 250,000 miles, the furthest humans have ever ventured from home. Pause for a second and think about that. They left the safety of Mother Earth, faced the silence of the far side of the moon, and they made it back. If they can navigate the literal vacuum of space to find their way home, yes, you can navigate this week and every single week. Their mission was a gift to the world, a powerful reminder that no matter how far we wander, the path back to the solid ground is always open. Since it's also National Rubber Eraser Day, I have to ask, when was the last time you were grateful for a mistake? In a world that demands a perfect feed, we forgot that the eraser is an artist's best friend. It's okay to delete the draft. It's okay to pivot mid sentence. And for those of you feeling the weight of the daily grind, today is the National Laundry Day. It sounds mundane, right? But think of it as a ritual of renewal, washing away the old to make room for the fresh. Use that time to fold away your anxieties along with your linens. You aren't just doing chores. You are clearing the mental space for your next big first. Tonight, the sky offers a hidden gem. If you have a telescope, look for the Whirlpool Galaxy M51. It will be at its highest point around midnight. It's a stunning spiral reminding us that even the universe moves in cycles. Sometimes we are spinning, but we are always moving towards a center of gravity. We are also under a waning crescent moon, just 1% illuminated, as it approaches a conjunction with Mercury. It's a moment of near total darkness before the new moon on the 17th. The perfect time to sit with your thoughts before the next bloom. Some of the most vital work happens in the silence. In honor of Take a Wild Guess Day, today's or the April 15 challenge is I want you to take a wild guess at where you will be in 6 months if you don't let your fear stop you. Don't overthink the math. Just imagine the most colorful, audacious version of your life. Then perform an act of micro volunteering. Send one encouraging text, sign one petition, or share one resource. It takes less than 2 minutes, but it proves you are a contributor to the beauty of this world. And if you're feeling stuck, listen to me. Listen to me. Close your eyes. Do you see those faces who haven't lost an ounce of confidence in you? Those who are simply rooting for your growth? When you look through their eyes, you will see yourself standing at the end of these next 6 months, surrounded by more color and fragrance than you ever imagined. You have already done it, my friend. You are already on the way. Thank you for spending this mid April morning with me. The headlines may be loud, but your growth is steady and quiet. Keep going. Keep rocking. You have been listening to the Can Summit Live with SAV. I want to send a huge thank you to everyone who has reached out with suggestions, comments, as we continue to masterpiece this art of life together. And for my friends celebrating today, may this vishu bring an year of golden harvest and new beginnings. Let the sight of the golden blossoms remind you of the abundance you already carry strong within. Now, go out there, celebrate your own personal Artemis homecoming, and always, always be your own first choice. Adios and take care until we talk again. Yours authentically, Sarika. Bye.